Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm Dan.
I'm Jake.
And today we are going over a few bottles. We got a few bottles.
That involve the federal government.
The federal... Do we like the federal government around here?
That's neither here nor there.
Yeah, well, anyway. So today we're talking bonded whiskeys, and we're going to go through a list of 5 of our favorite everyday on the shelf. Well, there's an asterisk on one of them, but 5
on
of
the
our
shelf asterisk
on one or 2, probably 2 actually.
Yeah.
But
depends on where you live.
Yeah, more or less on the shelf bottled bourbons. This is a list. We're the Whiskey Watchers. Let's do it. All right.
Strike 3 didn't happen this time.
Those were some terrible high fives. B-roll footage probably at the end of this. Anyway, so again, 5 bottles. And while I'm grabbing the first one, Jake, do the thing.
There's a little box somewhere in this general area over here. It's got a little sub button for you to click, and then you'll see all of our videos.
And you'll hit the like button, and you'll hit the little bell.
Yeah. If you hit the bell, you'll know every time we put up a video.
Yeah. And we just put up the first bottle. That bottle is the Benchmark Bonded Bourbon. So the Benchmark Vertical consists of 5 bottles. There's a small batch, a bonded, a top floor, a single barrel, and a full proof. So we actually just had to go get this new bottle because, well, we finished it.
Weller.
There's no Weller here. Okay, there's Weller in the room. There's not Weller on this list. Anyway, so Benchmark Bonded, we think it's a very good quality bonded whiskey. I mean, obviously, a minimum 4 years. I guarantee you this is 4 years and like a day.
4 years and 1 hour.
All right, and bottle it, go. Dump it, do it. So... yeah, it's a good quality pour. I mean, hell, I'm gonna have a pour right now.
By all means. Have yourself a little something.
I will have myself a little something. I might as well pour something.
Something.
The glass is empty. It needs filled. So, going on to bottle number 2, Jake, what do you got? For me, today, woo!
Grandpappy.
Grandpappy.
Old Grandpappy.
Old Grandpappy. Old Granddad Bonded.
Yeah.
This one... Old Granddad is one that among my circle of friends is either loved or it's hated.
I like it.
Tony, if you're watching this, I love you. I know you don't like Old Granddad, but I think this one is absolutely delicious. It is full of this just beamy funk, has this like nutty peanut shell vibe going to it. It's great in a cocktail. It's great neat. I mean, what more could you want? It's great. That's the most horrible Tony the Tiger impression I've ever done. Anyway, cheers.
It's your bottle, too.
What?
It's your bottle to pull.
That is. Oh, man.
It's good stuff.
That is really good stuff. Like,
top quality.
Man. Anyway, so the next one we're going to grab is actually one that I discounted for a while. So Bardstown Origin Series, their black label wheated bourbon bottled in bond, is one that I swore up and down couldn't be that good. It couldn't be. Everyone was going nuts over it. Everyone was loving it. I was like, it can't be that good. Well, turns out
it's that good.
It's that good. We did a few blinds with some friends, and it beat out some Wellers. Not necessarily like the higher end, like Weller Full Proof, Weller...
It beat out Weller CYPB, I guarantee that.
It did, actually. It beat out Weller CYPB. It beat out Weller 12.
That's because Weller CYPB is not that hard to beat out.
We're not fans of CYPB. I'm sorry, Buffalo Trace, but we're not. But we are fans of this Bardstown Black Label Bottle and Bond. Another thing I'm a fan of with all of their stuff, the transparency.
Yes.
So
they let you know what's up.
They let you know what's up. So it tells you the origin of it, where it came from, the age, and the mash bill. This one just so happens to be 68 corn, 20 wheat, and 12 malted barley.
Barley.
Burley. speaking of, hi. If you know, you know. Anyway, so this is the asterisk. One of the asterisks.
This is one of the asterisks. This is a 1 liter of goodness.
It is a 1 liter of goodness. If you have a Costco in your area,
check it often.
Yeah, check it often because these are not always in their stores.
No.
You know, you would think, and I believed when I went in there for the very first time and I found the Kirkland Bottled and Bond that it was just always going to be there because it's a Kirkland product. It's a Costco product. That's not the case. So.
And to those thinking, I don't have a Costco membership, tell them you're going to the alcohol section. They have to let you in.
Well, at least in Indiana.
Yeah.
In the state of Indiana, you can't hide alcohol behind a club membership in the state of Indiana. So if you're in Indiana, you don't think you can go into Sam's or you don't think you can go into Costco and get their liquor, you can. Other states, check your local laws and abide by them. So, yeah, this one, I thought it would always be there, so I only grabbed one. There was no limit on this, and I'm betting that's why it just kind of went bye-bye.
I mean, it is essentially 1792 Bottled and Bond. Am I correct?
It is. It's sourced from Barton 1792. It is a Bottled and Bond product. I guarantee you it's not as old as some of their bonded whiskeys.
Probably not, but I mean, still.
It's still a solid pour for a solid price. I mean, $19.99 for that out the door. It's $20 some after tax.
And it still smells like banana bread.
It still has that Barton funkiness to it, and I love it. So, the last one we're going to talk about here, we're going to make this short, sweet, to the point today.
This one is very independent and very local.
So you have Marvel, you were talking about this. You have Marvel, you have DC, and then you have Dark Horse Comics. Well,
this is Dark Horse.
This is the Dark Horse. This one came out of nowhere with us. This is M.B. Rowland Barker's Mill Bottled and Bond. Man, this stuff is good. It's surprisingly good from a craft distillery down around the Kentucky-Tennessee state line.
Yeah. There's actually a whole distillery tour they did with that.
Yeah, the state line tour. There's Casey Jones, M.B. Rowland, and
yeah.
You just go to you just go to Old Glory to get the.
And if you do all three of them, you take a little tour. You get the stave, and each place gives you a shot glass.
You put them all together.
Yeah, it's a nice
cool
little display
piece.
It is. It's really nice. And whenever I did it for the first time, they didn't have the staves in, so the last place I went to took down my address and phone number, and they gave me a call when they shipped it, and they said it should be there in 3 to 5 business days. Sure enough, about 4 days later.
Here's your stave.
Yep.
Thank you for touring with us.
Yep.
So, this Barker's meal. Oh my goodness.
It could be a meal.
It could be a meal.
So dinner.
This is actually a 4-grain bourbon, which was surprising to us because when we tasted it for the first time, we have a friend that does not like wheated bourbons. He doesn't like wheaters, or he didn't at least at the time. And this blew him out of the water. Yes, it's a craft distillery. Yes, there's a little bit of graininess on it, but there's also this smoky characteristic to it, and this synonym
to it. Yeah.
Yes, cinnamon aspect to it that's just so different and so good that we had to pick one up. We actually, I don't know if I can find it just off the rip. Okay, I can't. But I have a bottle of this that does not have any of the labeling. It's simply...
Other than the U.S. federal government.
Yeah, there's a U.S. federal government warning on it, on the back, and a white label that just says Barker's Mill Bottled and Bond. They were having to sell it that way for a little bit because their labels
well, I think it was,
hadn't come in yet.
I think it was pre-sale too. Like,
yeah.
They were giving it away to a
They have an exclusive club.
Yeah.
And we were in there. We did an interview. Mud Dog, if you... Yeah, the dude was named... He called himself Mud Dog. If you're watching this, thank you again for all the hospitality. We really did enjoy sitting out on the porch, having a drink with your master distiller and you.
And
it was a lot of fun.
Other than being cold, it was great.
It was a little chilly. I recall she actually had a blanket on.
Yes.
You wish you had a blanket on.
I did.
So if you're ever in the area, check out MB Roland. They're absolutely amazing. And check out any of these bottled in bond. My goodness.
Bottled in bourbon bonds.
Bottled in bourbon bonds. Today.
I would buy one of those.
Check any of these out. They're all good options. They're all relatively inexpensive. I think the most expensive one here is going to be either one of these two. I think this one's $39.99. I believe this is around the same price point, maybe $36.
And I think this one was right at like 34 or 35.
20.
Was it really?
$19.99.
God.
And I offered to buy you one. You said, no, it's all good. I'll just come back later.
Yeah.
You came back later and it was gone.
Yeah. And now I drink yours.
You do drink mine.
Yeah, I put a pretty hefty
out of what is gone in this, I would say about 80% of that is him.
Probably.
And granted, it's only about...
The other 20% has been in videos.
It's about 45% drank. So, that's mostly him. It's a good whiskey, though.
It is a good
whiskey. We both
whiskey.
really do enjoy it. So, we want to thank you for joining us. Again, go down below, right over here by Jake. Hit that like and subscribe button. And enjoy any of these bottles with your friends and family. Or, pull out a new one. Pull out a new bonded bourbon.
Yeah.
Pull out one of your favorites with your friends and family. Because, just like the movies...
Memories don't make themselves.
You're not wrong, bub. Cheers.
Cheers.
Terrible. That was a terrible high five.